of stories of glory. Because you know I write a quick song.
Write a quick song right now.
I'm going to write a quick song.
I dare you.
Right off the top of the head.
Go ahead, do your thing.
From the moment I met you,
Come on, sir.
I knew that I loved you.
Yes, sir.
Because my heart told me so.
Yes, sir.
I didn't worry about what my brain said. I didn't care.
Take your time, sir.
I just wanted you here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right next to me.
Yes, sir.
Baby, it may take a while for you to see, but I'll earn your heart.
Yeah.
I'll work for your heart. I'll tear this world apart just to keep you close to me. Hey, girl, you're so beautiful.
Yes, sir.
And I love you so.
Yes, sir.
Even though I just met you, my heart told me so. Unforgettable love.
Yes, sir.
Sing it for me. I told you. That's why they hand out Grammy nominations. Cause I can write a fast song. I wrote that song just from my heart, yeah. I won't forget it cause somebody got it on video. Thank you very much, Latrice.
Give it up for Alvin Garrett. On the spot.
On the spot.
On the spot. That's beautiful, actually.
You like that?
I do.
Come on.
I do.
We live? Yeah. Strick City. Woo! Strick City. All over the world.
City, man, we live. Yo, Strick City on the ride. Yo, look like surprise. Yo, taking your city like we live. Yo, man, we live. Yo, taking your city like surprise. Yo, on the ride. Yo, Strick City coming live. Yo.
Had to almost let that play out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Strick City, and we are live. Oh my God, it's been a day today, and it's been a good one though. It's been a real good one. If you didn't see it earlier, I actually replayed Tuesday's show with Kelvin Wallace, and man, that was a great show. We talked Alabama politics, which was fun for me. I won't do that a lot because if you talk politics, somebody's gonna be mad. Yeah, I don't want to make people mad, but I like to talk politics, and he did a great job. So big shouts out to Kelvin Wallace for hanging out with us on Tuesday. And I want to go ahead and get today's show started. And the only way I can do that is with somebody that comes whenever she gets good and ready to come. I don't know why she does that to me. I love her to death, though. So I'm going to bring her on. My girl, A-Lo. Hey, you ready?
Yeah, I am so ready. Hey, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing?
Wow, I got you like really in the camera right now.
What does that mean? Do I need to back up?
No, don't back up. It looks good. It looks good.
Now I'm nervous. I'm like, what can you see?
Oh, I can see. Yeah, everybody can see everything right now.
Super excited about tonight's guest.
Why? Why are you super excited about tonight?
Oh, I see. Oh, I finally see myself. Yeah, I was all up in the camera. I backed up anyways. I'm too close for myself.
That's funny.
But I'm super excited because, you know, a few weeks ago, we actually kind of talked about our guest a little bit. And so I was interested to hear his take on a few things. So I'm just happy to have him on tonight.
Yeah, so it was really cool that it did come up in another conversation. And it took us a minute. But guess what? We got him booked on the show. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out for all of us. And I'm actually taking you back a little bit. There we go. I'm doing it for you, like making sure it goes backwards.
Thank you.
Cool.
I appreciate you.
So we had, you know, some people reached out, and I have people like contacting me now to be on the show. How does that make you feel?
I think it's awesome that people want to hear, you know, what we have to say about whatever it is that they have going on, and that they see this platform as something worthwhile. And we appreciate you guys, our viewers, for watching us, and for making us hot. We wouldn't be hot if it wasn't for you. You guys are the biggest part of Strick City. So speaking of, tonight is no different. If you guys could please share this video before we bring our amazing guests on tonight. Share. We have them a lot on a live show. It happens quite frequently, but you know what? We've learned how to just
Tell
keep
me,
it going.
listen, hey, I think we had one show where we didn't have any problems, just one.
And which one was that?
I have no idea. I'm just thinking I didn't have any problems, but every show there's something. So today I was trying to reboot my computer because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And like right now it's just deciding to do whatever it wants to do. Like literally,
wow.
It is. It's deciding to, hey, we want to be over here or we want to be over there. So I'm hoping that it settles down before we get started, because it will eventually do that. Because we got people watching.
We do.
On Twitter. We got people on Facebook. And big shouts out to Carrie Pruitt for hanging out with us tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love Carrie Pruitt. And we have a ton of people on. A-Lo, can you do me a favor?
Every show that.
Yeah, so do me a favor, can you go down the rules again for me real quick?
Yes, you guys. In fact, Strick, I have to ask you, are we doing the contest tonight?
We are doing the contest tonight. We have to do the contest. And you know why we have to do the contest?
Why?
I don't know. I just like giving away stuff.
You just like being a blessing to others, and I can dig it, Strick. I really can dig it. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate all of you guys coming into the room tonight. This is what we want to do for you guys, being a blessing to us. We want to be in the comments and drop your Cash App. And tonight, Strick will pick one lucky winner to receive, or maybe how generous he wants to be tonight, and you will receive a little blessing in your Cash App. But we have to see that you share this video, okay? So share this video. You can share it as many times as you want to, and you could be a winner.
You could be a winner. You could be a winner. So I think I figured out my problem tonight,
Okay.
So I have so many things going on here. There's one particular piece of equipment I use for the show, to do the switching stuff.
Okay.
And it's we don't want to play well today. So I'm going to just leave that alone, and I can switch scenes myself.
Yes,
And
I
it works. It works. It's easy. It's good. So I'm glad I figured it out before we went into the show and had tons of problems. So everything is working like it's supposed to. People are coming on through Facebook. So you can, people are having a hard time figuring out how to get the links to the show, and I got to do a better job with that.
That's okay. We're going to figure it out. One thing I've learned about doing this show, we learn by doing it. Each time we have a show, we get better and better and better. This was just an idea a few weeks ago. If you really think about it, a few months ago, this was just an idea. So we're just figuring it all out. And you're doing a great job, Strick.
Oh, thank you,
You're
A.
doing
You
a
did
great
not have
job.
to say that. Listen,
I
I think I'm going
didn't.
to Cash App you. Well, no, maybe not. God bless you.
You
Made
gonna
me
do
feel
what
better
now?
before the show even got started. There you go. Big shouts out to LP. Like Paul, he was the one, along with A-Lo, that kind of pushed me into doing this Strick City. So big shouts out to him. And Alex just dropped his Cash App in the comments. He wants to let you know. I think Alex was already a winner on Tuesday. He's like, man, this thing's working. This is better than some of those things that got online right now, where you're sharing all this money. So, hey, I'm just blessing folks. Why not, right?
Why not? Hey, you could be a winner. Y'all share this video. Our guest is about to come on, and you guys do not want to miss it. So share this video. Go ahead and keep sharing. Drop your Cash Apps. Come on in the room, y'all. Shouts out to everybody. Like you said, shouts out to Alex. Shouts out to everybody watching on my watch party. To my mother-in-law, hey, Mama Peggy, I love you. And to everybody else that's watching, y'all keep hanging in there with us. Our guest is about to come on, and you do not want to hear what he has to say.
So let me do this before we introduce the guest. I want to tell you the best way to watch Strick City Live. The absolute best way to watch it. The best way to watch it is on your television through YouTube. So you can go to Strick City. It's Strick City 01 on YouTube. Find my page, click Strick City Live, and you can have all of this. Hold on, let me get you a better shot. Sorry, A. Sorry,
It's
A.
fine. I already know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a real good shot. And again, because I'm so used to hitting my switcher, I hit the switcher, and the computer said, we don't want to go anywhere right now.
Can't stop it. Okay?
No, it can't.
You can't.
This has been fun.
This is fun. It's always fun. Broadcast interrupted, but that's okay. We live.
We're back. We'll give it a second. I'm gonna
Okay.
play the intro one more time.
That's funny.
We live?
Strick City. Woo!
Strick City, all over the world.
City, man, we live. Yo, Strick City on the ride. Yo, look like surprise. Yo, taking your city like we live. Yo, man, we live. Yo, taking your city like surprise. Yo, on the ride. Yo, Strick City coming live. Yo.
All right, so here we go. Your boy DJ Strick. We're doing this thing all over again. Looks like I have a whole new stream. So everybody that was on the old stream, guess what? You gotta come over here. Why not do it again? Listen, two screams of Strick all in one show. Like I really want to do the intro all over again just to give people time to come in. But this is live online on Periscope through Twitter, on YouTube at Strick City 01, and right here on Facebook, of course, is DJ Strick. My fan page, my profile page, and Strick City as another fan page. You can get it all right here. So what I'm going to do is try to wait on people to come back, and people are coming on right now. I've told you the best way I think it is to watch Strick City live, and that's on YouTube. That's probably my favorite way to tell people how to watch online content, because you can see it on your television, not just your laptop or your phone. You get the whole full view. And if I've never said it, if you never heard me say it, but this face belongs on your television. I can't help it. I should be on TV where I am right now. All right, hey, that's enough of that. I will go into a whole nother mode. So let's try this one more time. So we're doing the share. So you shared the last stream. Guess what? You got to share it all over again because we're on a brand new stream. And
Right.
We're moving. We're moving right now. Everything is up.
Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for us, please, if you do not mind. Please, you guys, this is how the contest works tonight. Share this video. Share this video. Drop your Cash App in these comments. And you could win a special blessing in your Cash App tonight. But you guys have got to share this video for us. And don't be ashamed to drop your Cash App. People really have been winning for just helping us out. So if you guys could please help us out. We're having a little technical difficulties tonight. So if you could share this video just one more time for us. And we will choose a winner tonight.
Yeah, we'll pick somebody, and I'm still
Yes.
sharing myself. Is
Yes.
it bad for me to share my own video?
No, it's not. Of course. I have a watch party going on the page too. I want to shout out to the best boss in the world other than Strick himself. Shouts out to Trey Chaney at I Am Love Fitness Studios. I have to plug my job. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up. Oh,
Yes,
Trey.
they're getting me right and tight over there, and we will get you right and tight. Come holler at us in the old Irondale Walmart Shopping Center where we are loved, and we will get you fixed.
You got to
Yeah.
tell Trey that I actually did my push-up the other day. I said I was going to do.
Your one push-up. I
One
will
push-up.
make sure.
I had them. Like, I was like, I got down and did that one push-up for Trey.
Yes, and shouts out to the beautiful, my big sister, Miss Carrie Pruitt, with her beautiful self. She's back in the room. And shouts out to Doug Hanson, to Jermaine Sledge, How y'all doing? They're in my watch party, so y'all share this video for us, please, and thank you.
Ooh. Guess what, A?
Oh yes, this is what happens live. Shouts out to my big brother who's coming in the room. We appreciate you guys for being here and being so patient with us tonight. We're having a few technical difficulties, and thank you for our guests who's being patient. Everybody just being patient. Y'all know how this live stuff goes. We appreciate you, but it's going to be another amazing Strick City night. So hang in there with us.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to get to the scene that I want, and I'm going to stay there.
Okay, that works.
So that's how it's going to work today, because I believe if I don't change the scenes, I'll be okay. So, if you can help me out with the introductions tonight.
Yes, I am super excited about our guests tonight. I know I say it every time, but we have been having some pretty incredible guests lately. Like, Strick, your roster is pretty amazing. I am super honored to be a part of this. But tonight we have a bassist, and I have definitely been practicing on how to say that.
Bassist? You was having a problem with that?
It was... Anyways, he's a bassist. You know, I get choked up every now and then on a few words. But anyways, he's a bassist, a songwriter, producer. He's from Alabama. He was born in Tuscaloosa, but I think Birmingham raised him. Shouts out to the 205. He was part of... We're going to let him talk about that, but he's worked with artists such as Joe, Diedrich Hatton, Trinity 57, Johnny Gill, Ruben Studdard, Kelly Rowland, Fantasia, and I mean, the list goes on, and he is an incredible artist himself who has a new project coming out, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. You guys help me, and I have permission. Give it up for Alvin.
That's pretty cool.
Gary.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Listen, we got it together. Like, that actually switched and everything. We're doing it now.
Look at God. Won't he do it?
Am I in?
You're in, brother. What's going on with you?
Oh man, I'm here. I am here. Excited.
Yes.
I'm sitting over here like, Lord, get the technical stuff right.
Yes, Lord.
Get it right.
Right.
Oh, I was over here praying for this thing.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
he worked it out for us, brother. He worked it out for us. And it looks like we're up and running. But, man, thank you for taking the time to hang out with us today.
Man, thank you for the opportunity, man. It's so good to be here, bro. How long I've been knowing you, man? Since
I don't know, dude.
Ooh.
It goes back, I think, maybe right after college.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think maybe right after college. I got to town. I'll say this. I got to Birmingham in 96. It couldn't have been too much longer after that.
That's when I got here. You're a little off. Tuscaloosa raised me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
sorry.
Birmingham raised me up from a pup, to a man. How about that?
There you go. That's what's up, man. Hey, we appreciate you spending time with us today. And I guess what I really want to talk about is your evolution, from really being an athlete here in the city to being a bass player. Like, how did you even start playing?
Man, I actually started when I was 11 years old, and I would give a shout out to Chuck, bass player at my dad's church in Tuscaloosa, Faith in Action. And he was left-handed cat, and he used to wear that thing. And I just sort of became fascinated with slapping the bass. So my dad bought me one for my 11th birthday, took my little hands, and he prayed for them. He said, Lord, anoint these little hands to play to your glory. Now,
Wow.
My dad can play a lick of nothing. Nobody in my family is musical. So the prayer had to work. I'm telling you, it worked.
There you go.
That's how I learned to play. Just grew up practicing, man, playing by ear. Of course, as I went up through high school, started getting into sports and playing football, got a college scholarship to Sanford University, and that's what brought me to Birmingham.
That's what's up, man. Hey, listen, the Ham really appreciate you. I mean, they've been supporting you for a while, and we're glad that you're still hanging around here.
Yes.
Okay, and what was it like going on tour as the musical director and bassist for your former bandmate or y'all still bandmates, right? Your bandmate?
No, we ain't bandmates. We boys, but we ain't bandmates.
But your homeboy, American Idol, Ruben Studdard. What was that like going on the road?
Well, it was amazing because it was really like a dream come true for me because I used to work at uh, Vulcan Chemicals, so I would sit in my cubicle and I would imagine myself being on tour. And so I left corporate America in June of 2002. And this is before Ruben went to American Idol. So I always want to make that clear that I didn't leave my job for a tour. I left my job dreaming about a tour, right?
Wow.
Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that
Right.
a year or so later, after he had won, and we're in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I'm sitting there getting ready to play in my dream. That's when it hit me. Like,
Wow.
this is real. This is very real. So, that was, I believe, the beginning of my true education and my true evolution was to realize that dreams happen. Like, if you
Mm.
will step out on faith, you can live the dream. And from there, I just started really studying touring. I saw it as another way to learn and go around talking to the different people, the sound man, looking at how touring works. So it was not just an opportunity to play the bass, but to learn about the industry. And so
Yeah.
it was just an amazing experience. And, I thank Ruben for always trusting me, take me wherever he went. That's in the studio, on tour. And so for me, I'm just grateful for that experience.
Hey, I figured it out. I'm sitting here listening to you talk, and I remember where we met, what we were doing. And we
Okay.
got to
Okay.
shout out. We got to shout out my man Eric Matthews. You were the
Yes.
bassist for E Matt. That's where we met.
Yes. Sure is.
So I was new in town, like for real. It's got to be probably 97 now or 98, and Chris Eccles was Eric Matthews' manager at the time, and I was an assistant to Chris Eccles. So Chris
Yeah.
Eccles is the one that brought me to like the business period of music business in Birmingham. It actually came through him. I got introduced to Eric. I did a couple of shows. Chris did some shows. I hosted some shows, and I got a chance to meet everybody in the city doing that. So that's how it is. I don't know how long ago that was.
Oh, bro,
Um,
that was like 2000. Man, ooh, we have to research that because you're right. It was, you
Eric
know,
Matthews tour.
yeah, sure was. Man, you nailed that.
So
Man, hey, that was a bad band. We had Al Smith on the drums and Val Harris singing back.
singing background. Stephen
Man,
Myers. Stephen was on
yeah,
keys.
Stephen on keys. Yes, bro, that used to go hard back then.
All right, and I was just hanging out in the background, man. I couldn't have been no more than 10, 11, or 12, something like that. And you were like, I don't know.
Right. I couldn't have been no more than like 10, 11, or 12 or something when y'all was doing that. But yeah.
Oh, it was way longer than that. I promise you. I promise. I just got to town when that happened. So that gives some age to us, Alvin. Like we've been knowing each other ever since then. And man, from then, you're playing with Eric Matthews, touring with him. You actually was in a band, Just a Few Cats.
Right, right.
And Ruben was in that band before he went to American Idol, right?
Right. And actually, where Ruben and I met, he was in God's Gift.
Yes, right.
And
He was a
so
singing group.
He was in God's Gift, and I was playing with all of the gospel choirs, and we kind of met on the scene. And by that time, I had already started Just a Few Cats with my man Coleman Woodson. He was at UAB, I was at Sanford, and we basically came together to apply, for a talent show at UAB.
Wow.
Yeah, we were trying to come up with a name to kind of do the application. It was like, look, we cannot remember who said it, but one of us said it. All right, so it's up in there. Man,
Got
we few cats trying to win this money, and everybody was like, "Yo, that sounds cool." Just a few
Just a few
cats.
cats.
Yeah.
That was it. It was because you talk about jazz cats, we're like, man, we just a few cats trying to win. It can't be this hard.
Right.
Mhm.
That was literally how the name came about, and wasn't no rocket science to it. So the rest of the history is from there, man. And Ruben came along because of our relationship. He was like, man, nobody want to hear all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear some singing. And I was like, dude, sit back, because we were doing our thing. And I never forget it. We were at Workplay Theater, And he brought him in for like his first show, and we did our little jazz set, and you know how it is, man. You know, we jamming. He sitting back there, like, all right, all right. And I said, well, we're gonna bring up our new singer, Ruben Studdard. He grabbed that tambourine. We went into some Frankie Beverly Mays, and the crowd went, wow.
Wow.
And he looked back at me, told you.
That's funny. That's funny.
And I said, buddy, that was it. I said, man, forget this jazz stuff. We finna make some money, baby. We got to sing.
Wow. Man, that's cool.
So
That's
my
an
question
awesome story,
is-
man. Go ahead, A.
So my question is, so what made you come from behind the scenes of music? You've done some writing, you were doing some musical directing. What made you pick up the microphone yourself and start getting into the artist side?
Well, I mean, there's a big gap between that part of my career and where the question you just asked. You know, as we were touring and I was doing the music director thing, you know, I was investing in studio equipment, trying to write. And of course, you know, Ruben took off before my skill set was ready for that level, right? So of course I'm like rushing, I'm gonna get good in a month to try to get on board. And just year after year after year, writing, producing, just trying to really capture his moment, truth be told, and could never catch it because honestly, I just wasn't ready for that level at that time. But I just kept on. And up to about 2010, so you're thinking 6-7 years, just working with, you know, Birmingham-based artists like Ashley Ewan, Sherry Brown. I would just get anybody I could in the studio just to practice. Just because we released the album in 2004, and as I look back and I just saw my progression, I just stayed at it. But then at some point, I got told no so many times, and my dad, I shout out Pastor Alvin Garrett, AG #1. He said, son, why you got to give all your songs away? He said, you ever thought about singing them yourself?
Wow.
And I never listened to myself as an artist. He said, just sit down and listen to all your songs. Just you, and pretend it's you singing. And I did it, and I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like an album.
Yeah.
I trusted him, and he said, son, can't nobody sing your songs like you. And at the time, I didn't see myself as a singer. I mean, I'm best friends with Ruben Studdard. Why would I do something like that, right?
Right.
It didn't make sense to me, but I trusted him and I tried it. And over the years, over time, I began to find my own voice and honestly, find courage, because it was very tough for me, you know, being Ruben's friend. That didn't make sense. Like, why you want to sing? You know, but I couldn't give him my songs. So like I had to sing them. So I really feel, you know, that God can use rejection to push you forward.
Yes.
And that happened for me, you know, the truth be told.
Yes. Okay, PK, I hear you preaching.
Yeah.
That's really encouraging.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So I have another question too. Like, what is your writing process like? And I have to ask, my husband and I are huge Joe fans. Like,
Okay.
how did you start writing for Joe?
All right. So honestly, it was just networking. So somebody knew somebody that knew somebody. Right? That simple. And the producer that was working with Joe, he had a lot of music. It was just this soulful music. He's like, man, nobody has written to it, but they love the music. He said, if you're as good as they say you are, we can get in the door. I said, what? I said, man, send me something. Right? And he sent me I'd Rather Have a Love, the track. And I'm talking about from the first hit of that snare. God, I was like, whoa. I said, oh boy, we about to nail this one. He said, sometimes music can grab you.
Yes.
And that track just grabbed me. And I said, I hit you back. And I got off the phone and I wrote I'd Rather Have a Love. And it changed the whole course of that album. The double back evolution of R&B changed the whole course of that album, because when they heard it, they were like, who is that? Like, where'd this come from? And I did use a process that I always use. I always say, who are we singing to? Right? Who's listening? So I always try to become an empathetic writer. I don't say, well, let me write something good that I'm feeling. I'm like, but how is his fans looking at him? And I thought about it. I said, man, this dude been in the game 20 years. Well, his female fans have grown. They don't want him to take them from they man no more. Like if I was your man, that was cool when the ladies that's listening were younger, but
Right.
now they got kids and job. They want to settle down. I want a man gonna take care of me.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I took the perspective of let me write to a more mature woman because
Okay.
that's who may be more attracted to him because he's older now.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have a love speaks to a more mature woman, not an 18-year-old. And a
Mhm.
lot of times writers fail to think about who's listening to that artist. So you have to get out of your own skin and become empathetic for the people that you're writing for. And I have a much more scientific process that I use and I teach my class with, the right life, where I walk through that process. But the most important part is really focusing on who's listening
Right.
and not just focusing on what you're feeling, which is, you're going to miss the mark if you're just focusing on your feelings.
Man, I'm
That's
glad you
good.
mentioned that because we wanted to talk about it. We talked about it on the show we did with Carrie Pruitt, but you're actually working with the Dannon Project to do, I guess it's a group that you're teaching young people that may have issues in their past about the music business and how to write. And you had some phenomenal success with their music and the contest that you guys did together. Tell me about that. How did that work?
Well, the right life is really, uh, I call it a songwriting therapy program,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
I try not to focus on just the talented community because the process we can write from conversation, right? Every song is just a conversation that I call gathering the glitter. So if you had a little vial of glitter, that
Mhm.
would be the conversation. The melody is I pull out some glue, some Elmer's glue, the sticky part. That's the melody.
I
And I
got you.
grab the paper. That's the composition. So the most important part of the class is gathering glitter, the
Mhm.
conversation, sharing your story, right? So once we have that group discussion, I get to the fun part and we sprinkle that glitter on that glue, right? And what I tell them is, if you're writing a good song and we know what we want to say, who we want to say it to, and why we're saying it, then we can have fun with how we do it, right?
I like
And
that.
yeah, so it's a very elementary process,
Mhm.
but you can apply it to any area of life. You can apply it to business,
Mm-hmm.
concept development, a relationship, anywhere you want to have a vision. First thing you got to do is know what it is I'm trying to do. Who am I going to reach out to? Who are the type of people I need to surround myself with? And why am I doing it? What's
Wow.
my,
Mhm.
and
That's some
that's
good stuff right there. That's some good nuggets right there,
yeah,
man. Like
yeah,
for
man.
all the writers, like if y'all not listening to this, you're missing out.
For sure.
Absolutely. And I break every song down like that because otherwise I call it the GPS of songwriting, right? So
Mm-hmm.
people get writer's block. Man, how do you get out of writer's block? Because in music, there's an infinite number of options you can write about. Same way
Right.
if you get in your car and go joyride.
True.
You fill it up with gas, you got the nicest car in the world. Keep on driving without a destination. You're going to run out of gas, get tired of driving.
Right.
Right.
Put the address in, then you will get there. So this process says, here's what I'm trying to accomplish with this song. Here are the feelings I'm trying to invoke. And if there's an idea that takes me off on a tangent, I'm drawn back in by these parameters that I set at the beginning. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it helps keep the creative mind on a path to finish the song.
That's
You know
what's
what I
up.
mean? Hmm.
I like that. I like
I
that.
love,
So
yeah.
part of this program you did, you were kind of talking about the talent of music or making music, but you were
Right.
counseling people. But not only did the counseling sessions go well with some of the participants actually changing some of their lifestyles, but you
Yeah.
really had success with people going out and listening to the music, like the streams of those songs in the contest that you had just kind of went out of the roof. Like, how did that happen for you guys?
Well, really, the whole process sort of mirrors the benefits of sports competition,
Mm.
by giving them something they really want to do,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
fun, something engaging, but also putting behavioral parameters to it, like no cursing, no N word, no B words. You can't sell drugs. It has to be
Good.
what I call non-polluting, not
Right.
necessarily positive, but it can't be polluted. And
Mm.
so by creating the songs and with the process that we talked about, handing it to them and saying, this is what you do every day. You're always on social media. You're always talking. You're always promoting stuff. Man, we put zero budget behind it. It was all motivated by their desire to win with something positive. And those numbers, I was amazed, honestly,
Yeah.
because it just worked. And then even with one of the teams where a couple of guys were slacking, one of the young lady Jasmine called a meeting. She's like, "Hey, I want to win. Y'all better step it up." So
Wow.
even the community that they built with each other and their accountability
Mhm.
mirrored that of a good sports team. So just the things that we discovered with this program during COVID has just been amazing. And honestly, I just started evolving the program as I learned the benefits that it offered past just the music itself.
Mm.
Man, that's cool. That's cool. And in the meantime, you're actually getting, you got a project that you're putting out. Like it's out right now.
Absolutely, man. The awakening, and I try to observe. Although I talk a lot, I can get long-winded. I listen and I observe a lot as well, especially when it comes to social media.
Mhm.
The people like to argue, right? They like to debate,
Right.
but they don't want to come up with solutions. It's the
Mhm.
process of debating and argument that they want. So with everything going on with COVID-19, coronavirus, George Floyd, I was like, whoa, let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me do this and sit back and observe. And just with everything I observed, man, it inspired me to speak. And I said, but I don't want to get into the conversation the way everybody else is, where it starts becoming this noise that never leads us anywhere.
Gotcha.
So instead, but I can put it in music. You can listen to it or not, but you're going to hear exactly what I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
what I want to do. I want to play the promo that you have for your album, and then we'll get down into like some of the songs and even the single that you got going out right now. I love this stuff. So this is the promo of The Awakening from Alvin Garrett.
I'm free, I am free. I ain't never asked nobody what to give to me. All I can say is something's different this time. Where are we marching? Do we know where the road's gonna end? Who are we following? You got me working for my two bills. Tell me why? Why don't you see I'm fully human? How could I fight you if I'm toothless? I don't know how you could do this. You got me working for my two bills. It needs some repair. A simple hug would do. Oh, but nobody cares that I'm all by myself.
Yeah. Hey, man, great work. Great
Thank
work. Great work. Great work. I know
Thank
you got to feel good about your project.
Man, I love it. It's one of the most reward. It is to me the most rewarding project that I've done to date. Um, it's the purest. All of them I work hard for them, but this one is the most pure.
Yes. Actually, on your website, it says that this is your most honest work to date. And why is that?
Um, because I got to a point through the shutdown, me on a personal level,
Mhm.
that I stopped caring as much about what people thought about me,
Mhm.
and so I'm a spiritual man, but I was doing business with the music, right? I was making songs that I felt like people would want to hear and buy or hire me to do a concert with. But I discovered a different purpose through spending time, quarantined, honestly. I discovered a different purpose for my music. And much of that came from working with the Dannon Project and
Wow.
just seeing how I could be used with music in a different way. So I honestly did not write this music to sell it, man. I just wrote this music because I felt like I had something to say.
Mm.
And I care about what happens when hear the music because I want to have the conversation that it leads to. So that's just honest. So when we talk about each song, you're hearing how I honestly feel. Whereas other music I've written, I want you to enjoy the music. That's a different approach.
Gotcha.
And you're saying that comes out of working with the Dannon Project, along with being on quarantine. Is it just you had more time, and then the experience with the group that you were with? Like, what really made the difference for you?
Well, to be honest, I was one of those people who always felt that you can, your results are up to you, right? If you
Right.
work hard, you can make a difference. Like, have faith, because I have very strong faith. My dad is a faith preacher. So I would always look at people and say, well, you can change it. Just speak it and believe it works. But man, when I started really getting intimate and learning the stories of these young people and seeing how the system is so stacked against them,
Right.
it changed my heart. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's just changed my heart. And watching Carrie and how she loves on these young people, and just I fell in love with the vision of the Dannon Project and what I could bring, and they changed me. I'm not gonna lie. They changed me by me seeing the impact I could have on them. It made me love that part of myself even more and say, I want to do this. Like, this is something I would do for free. Like, I do it with a pure heart. And when I see them changing and saying, hey man, or saying I love you for the first time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what better reward than a young man who's been in jail, doesn't have a father, to turn around and tell you, I love you, man. Like, that's more than money to me. And so that's honestly, I was not expecting that to happen during COVID. But once it did, I'm like, I like this. I want to keep doing more of this.
Yes.
So I serve a lot differently, and I thank God for it, because it freed me up from the pressure of having to perform. I couldn't perform, so really I'm serving, and it feels so much more rewarding.
Yes. So we can say something is different this
There
time.
you go. There you go. Yes, something's different this
Listen,
time.
I will tell you this. I've been watching the videos that you guys put out about that project, The Right Life, with the Dannon Project. I personally had a chance to see a different Alvin Garrett. Now, of course, we talked about how long we've known each other, like not only through the business, we actually did a play together. I mean, we've been around each other for a very long time here in the city of Birmingham. But I saw a real coach, I saw a counselor, I saw a mentor. And, a lot of times we have all of these attributes inside of us. And to have an opportunity, like working with the Dannon Project, to give back, and you said it, in serving, man, I appreciate who you are as a person even more because of that. I want to personally tell you that, because I was like, wow, like he really got down in there with those students and did what we call the hard work. A lot of times it's good. Like, being an artist, man, you can come into a room, do a couple of songs, be, oh, we love the artist. But that's not, that's it could be hard work for some people, but you just coming in and leaving. But you actually sat down. I don't know how long of a process it was, but you actually sat down with these kids and walked them through a process. You took time with them. And I was so very impressed by what you were willing to do with your time to help somebody else and really get down into those kids' lives, man. That was awesome. And I commend you for that. And for you to now come with a project right behind that, dude, it's kind of like right on time almost.
It is, man. And like you say, this whole COVID-19 shutdown, I always say this. I said it humbled everybody across the earth. It humbled you, whether you wanted to be humbled or not.
Right.
It let us all know at any given point in time you could die.
Right.
And everybody could die from the same thing. So it puts you in touch with your humanity and the fallacy of it.
True.
Things just don't matter anymore. Like, okay, so what? I don't have to load this equipment in. I don't have to call. I don't have to pretend to like certain musicians because I need them to play for me. I ain't gonna lie. There's certain guys that got on my nerves that I would think, if I didn't need you to play this instrument, I wouldn't talk to you at all because you get on my nerves. So there was no pretending needed. It's like, okay, that's gone away. So I found freedom. To be honest, I found freedom.
Wow.
In just saying, I'm going to spend this time talking to people I love just because I love them, not because they provide a service to me. You know, and I put this out there, man. You know, me and Ruben went a long time because our careers took us in different paths. We didn't talk as much. Man, me and my brother have gotten back to the purity of why we worked together in the first place. We rediscovered each other. You know what I'm saying? We talk for hours. We start appreciating just who we are to each other, regardless of the music. So I'm just grateful that I found my friend again through this COVID shutdown, because I get a little emotional when I talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we lost each other, man. Hollywood, the hustle, tore us apart. You know what I'm saying? We were just so busy. But through all of this, we found each other and found out, rekindled that brotherly love for each other, man. So that's been an exciting, that's been very exciting.
Man, that's cool, man. That's cool. Glad you shared that. Hey, I know you got a question for him.
Yes. Well, actually, I just want to shout out to Miss Carrie Pruitt, who says she wanted you to know the participants love you as well. So you love them and they love you.
Yes.
She's watching
my babies.
Them your babies.
Yes.
Yeah. Strick, don't we have another video? I kind of went into it a little bit when I said something is different this time. The single from your EP right now. I'm super excited. I haven't seen the video, so I'm excited to see it. I've heard the song, but listen to the song.
Okay.
Seen the video.
So, Alvin, you want to introduce it for us?
That's right, everybody. I don't know if you noticed or not, but something is different this time. Let's do it.
You think by now we'd be through with this? You think by now we'd have this thing figured out? This one hurts a little different. Oh, something's different this time. Oh, yes it is. Something's different this time. Oh, I know there's something different this time. This time. Oh, something's different this time. Maybe it's the way the tears are falling down. They're falling a little harder this time. And this time they fall from your eyes. Maybe it's the way. Maybe it's the way that we all feel so breathless this time around. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is something's different this time. There's something different this time. Yeah. Oh, Ooh, something's different this time. Different this time. I believe in my soul. Something's different this time. Something's different this time. Something's different this time. Yeah. Something's different this time.
His name is Alvin Garrett. Song is entitled "Something Is Different This Time." Brother, I love that, man.
Yes.
I love that. Now, help me out with this particular song. There's so many things going on, from the riots, from racism that has reared its ugly face again and again and again. And you're saying something that's different this time. What's the meaning behind this for you?
Well, something is different this time because I believe we have an opportunity, because people are aware that have overlooked this, and I honestly, I will stand by this. I believe COVID-19 created an opportunity for people to feel others in ways they never had before, simply because they fear the same thing we fear, and understand, or they're scared of the same, or they lost their jobs. When you can feel another person, because most people think that white people are just some mystical people, like they just can't feel you. They've never been through it. They don't relate to why you're so mad, right? But COVID, oh, I get it. How you doing? How you doing, Alvin? People started caring, not that they cared enough to change anything, but if you become aware enough to know, if I have the right kind of message, the right kind of compassion in my heart, I might can reach you this time.
Wow.
So for me, the something is different is the humility of COVID set the tone for people to open their eyes to something they have been blinded to too many times before. And I say, instead of beating that person up, because it ain't all of them, it could be one person that says, hey, I don't understand. Well, don't be mad at them and beat them up. Say, okay, well, let me help you understand.
Yeah.
Let me talk you through this. Let me tell you about the Willie Lynch letters. Let me tell you about the 3/5 compromise. Let me tell you about the 13th Amendment and why we working for our 2/5. A lot of people have never heard of this stuff.
True.
Right.
Because you don't have to if you're white in America. You don't have to know these things. We do. So something is different because their eyes are open and we have an opportunity. That's how I see it.
Man, that's what's up, man. Well said, brother. Well said. So with this new project, how can people get it?
Well, it's streaming everywhere. Whatever platform you like to stream your music on, go get it there. Check it out. Alvin Garrett, The Awakening. Or you can go to my website, alvingarrett.com. And I always keep some good old-fashioned CDs in the trunk. Old school. I have a lot of older fans, truth be told. They say, man, you remind me of Al Green and Sam Cooke. So I keep a nice box of CDs with me.
Nice.
So people can that still love to get their hands on a piece of plastic all the time. And honestly, man, I hadn't even been selling these joints. I've been just, hey, take this, because I feel it's a message that people really need to hear. So I'm not saying I'm doing stuff for free. Don't get it.
He said, let me clarify that.
No, listen, what it is that you are an artist and you have your product and you're doing what artists do, which is give it away. Give it to somebody else that can sell it, man.
Exactly.
They can sell it. I know my wife will give away a CD and I'm like, hey, if you give them all away, what we going to do? So I understand that. Hey, I know you got another question for him as well.
Yes. So, okay. I like to do my research on our artists, and I've been on your Instagram page, and I see that you are a girl dad, and you have the cutest little girls. But I saw this video, and I don't know if Strick was going to be able to get it or not, but you guys were doing a dance, routine together. It was the cutest thing. And then your dance battles, they be handling you, Pops. I'm sorry. So what is it like being a girl dad, and what has being a father taught you?
Um, I'll tell you, like my turnaround in life happened when I found out I was having a daughter in 2000, uh, in 2009.
Mm.
Anybody know me strict, like, hey, I'm a head buster. I ain't gonna lie. I play linebacker. I was aggressive. I was one of those, look, I don't care, get it done, boom, boom, boom. Found out I was having a daughter, it's like all that went away. I just got
Mhm.
super soft and I was like, I needed this. Like I needed a baby girl. And then I
Mhm.
got another one. So I'm like, okay, I need to soften my approach. Honestly, I think having girls taught me that the softer approach, the more graceful approach
Mhm.
um, for me was needed in order for me to become this guy. So my daughters have been the most amazing blessing for me, and just to now see myself and see my wife, the best of us coming out in them. My oldest daughter, she loves to read. I mean, she is reading like crazy. They're both very creative. And even even watching their response to the quarantine, seeing them find ways to entertain themselves, be creative, and grow, just
Mhm.
just makes me proud to know that I'm putting something in them where they can grow up and be young ladies. And I love and I'm loving them, showing them what love's supposed to feel like and be like from a man. So I just love being able to do that. And I can go on and on about my girls, but that's 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 what I do it for. If for no other reason to leave a legacy for my children. That's what my father did for me. He gave, and I just recently found this out, y'all. My dad passed up on some college scholarships to go work in the coal mine because it paid more back then. My
Wow.
my daughter asked him that, and I didn't even know it. It was just
Wow.
crazy. And so I was like, wait a minute, you decided not to go to college. He said, I did that for you. You
Oh.
know, and
Wow.
so and that hit me because I was the first to go to college and get a degree, but he made that sacrifice so that I could go further than him. And he always told me that. He said, son, I do this for you so that you can be all you can be. I can live my dreams for you. And now I see myself doing that for my girls. And I'm like, I'm never gonna be all that they can be because of me. And so um anyway, yeah.
Hey, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Hey, you rocking and rolling, Alo, with the questions. I know you got another one ready.
Yes, I do. Hey, if you pass it to me, you won't get the mic back, baby. Street talk as well.
That's funny.
So, of course, I have more questions. Well, with your talent and your writing ability, you can live anywhere in the world. We've seen so many people already move out to LA, to New York, Chicago, other bigger cities, even Atlanta. Why do you feel like it's important, or why do you choose to still stay here in Alabama and continue your work?
All right, I'm a leader, right?
Okay.
I'm a leader, and I always felt like if all of the best people leave, who's going to lead? Who's going to teach the next generation how to do it?
Good. Yeah.
So sometimes leaders have to make sacrifices and say, I got to go get it to bring it back.
Mm.
Not for everybody. That is not for everybody. I remember back in my early part of my career, everybody was like, move to Atlanta, man. You played so well. You'd be so successful. But I was like, well, but everybody moving to Atlanta. So I've always had that by myself mentality to where it's like, y'all go to Atlanta, I'm just gonna keep driving over here. Y'all gonna think I live here, but I'm trying to learn to bring something back.
Yeah.
Especially after American Idol, I said, wow, I'm learning all this stuff that I can bring back. Uh,
Mhm.
I've met so many people that I privately had mentor me. Fred Jerkins, Al Bell with Stax Records. People don't even know about this private relationship where I have people who have been in the game for decades who I can call and talk to. So when people reach out to me here, I have answers for them.
Mhm.
Because when I was trying to come up, I couldn't find the answers. Like nobody, I couldn't find anybody to show me and walk me through the process of my dream. So for me, I just feel I was called to stay and go get it and bring it home so that somebody in this market can say, man, call Alvin, reach out to Alvin. He'll show you how to do it. he'll show you how to become a professional. And honestly, I feel like my music career was pretty much just an example.
Wow.
So that I can use myself as an example and say, hey, here's how you can go from being a bass player to an artist. It's a process. It's an ethic that comes along with it. So it gives me that credibility when I'm talking to young people who aspire to be in this business. Me staying gives the next person the opportunity to go further than me. And so I feel it's just my calling to be.
Man, that's what's up, man. I love that. The wisdom that's coming out of you today, brother. I appreciate it. We got people that are watching that needs to hear this and they've heard it. If they want more information from you or to get in contact with you, how can they do it?
I always say, man, go to alvingarrett.com, get on my mailing list or catch me on social media. I try to always respond as much as I can, no matter how busy I am. I do my best to try to get back to people. And I do a lot of stuff privately also, where if artists or musicians reach out to me and I see them say or do something detrimental to their brand publicly, I'll hit them privately. And I say, hey man, why don't you think about this? Think about this. And I don't ever want credit for it. I don't even do it publicly because I don't want people to look at me. I just want them to keep the information. So a lot of people know that I do that all the time. I'm always looking and saying, hey man, this might hurt you. You don't realize it. Take that down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On this level, you might can slide by, but where you're headed, that's gonna hurt you. Pull that back. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to embarrass nobody in public. So I try to hit musicians and artists privately on Messenger to give them advice if they're willing to accept it. I do a lot of that.
Well, if you don't mind giving me a little advice right now, I'm a powerful vocalist. Like one of my giftings is just being a great singer. And I was thinking about, how I would come out with my album, like how I would do it. You get any advice with how I should just do my next vocal project?
Yes, I have perfect advice for you.
Thank you. Let me hear it, man. I'm ready. Hold on. Let me get my pen ready. Let me get my pen out.
I got it. This is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
First thing you got to do is not have a co-host that's going to shake her head the entire time like that while you giving your dream out, because she close to you. So that means she might have heard somewhere in here. You're going to have to pay her off and tell her next time you say that to be like,
I like him. Bring him back.
Regardless of the response of A-Lo, I know in terms of my fans know how vocally skilled I am. They do. People just know it. Strick is a great singer. I mean, it's not me saying it. People saying it all the time. Like it's my politician thing. Like people say it. I don't know why they say it. They say it because they hear it and they believe in the vocal stylings of Strick. So I get it.
With that being said,
I get it.
I have some real advice for you.
I'm ready, brother. I'm writing it down.
If they believe it enough to buy it, package it up, and sell it to them. That's all.
I was thinking about doing a Strick sings the gospel hits, a cappella, the whole thing a cappella.
You can actually sing?
What? I mean, listen, let me say it again, Alvin.
Do it. No, don't say it
again. Let me say it again. I am like on the scale of singers, I'm off the scale on the top.
Sing it now.
No.
Come
it's
on.
really not that simple. I want people to go get the music. So they gotta be willing to go out and get them. If I sing now, they wouldn't go out and get the music.
Oh, no. You giving bad advice. Singing now will make them go get it. So we're going to just give you a couple of lines. I'm going to take over your job for right now because, see, I aspire to do what you're doing, So, everybody, I got my man Strick City here. He has a hidden talent today. Now, what I want you to understand is that hidden talent should not stay hidden. So I'm going to give this man one or two lines, and he's going to blow us all the way today. And what he's going to say is, my name is Strick, and I'm strictly here to sing. Come on now, give it. My name is Strick, and I'm strictly here to sing. Let me hear it.
Let me tell you how this goes, man. Like I really can't give it away free because people will then take listen, in the age of technology, people can take my vocals that I give for free on my own show, actually mix it down, and then remix it, and then spread it on social media and stuff, and I get nothing for it. You know what I'm
You want
saying?
me to
I have
record you?
my voice has to be copywritten before I can just give it out, and I
You want me
haven't
to
done
demo
that
it for you?
process yet.
You want me to demo it for you?
I mean, if you feel like, listen, I'm ready for you. You could do it all day long.
No, I can't say my name is Strick. That just won't be.
No. You could be Alvin Garrett. Come on, give it to him.
My name is AG,
There you go.
and I might seem crazy,
There you
but
go.
if you get to know me, you
Yeah.
might find that you can love me. My name is AG. Oh, I might come off a little crazy, but if you get to know me, you might find that you love me.
There you go. There you
Come
go.
on,
Live
man.
on Strick City. His name is Alvin Garrett. He's just dropped something for us. Hey, you heard me sing. You heard him sing. Hey, what do you think?
I think you should stop. Even your fans that you're talking about are putting in the comments, don't do it.
No,
yeah.
that's Alonzo Lewis. I know him. He wouldn't be blessed by the music. He's not really hearing well out of his right ear.
Blessed by what AG just did, though. So we're gonna let the artist on the show be the artist, okay?
Listen, I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. There's no that's another reason why I don't sing. Like I don't want to ever get in the way or get in the way of people and what they do. Like, I don't want that.
You being a blessing to me. I'm
There
telling
you go. It's
I
about Alvin Garrett right now and his song and his new project, Awakening. Please go to alvingarrett.com to get all the details on what he's doing. Alvin, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for spending time with us today. You got another one? What's up?
One little quick tidbit thing. This is major for us too. Please tell us what's your relation to the theme song. They say this is a big rich town.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Real quick, I know.
All right, so when I was writing all these songs for Joe, he sort of, grew an affinity for my vocal arrangements in my process. I would always arrange the song, send it to him. He'd go in, made his job very easy. So him and his team would say when 50 Cent sent the song for Joe to sing on it, they like, all right, send it to Alvin, let him demo it out. And so, so I got 50 Cent's vocals. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be cool. Yeah. So I laid out the vocal arrangements. I didn't write it. 50 Cent wrote it. But what you hear Joe singing, I laid the background vocals, and Joe, did what he always do and make it sweeter. And
right.
I had a little role in arranging the vocals for
the theme song Power, y'all.
Yeah. I was so happy to see the outrage when they changed it, and they were like, "Yo, bring back Joe." I was
right. Trey Songz need a little AG in his back in
I
doing
could
the
have
background.
helped it.
Wow. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, you knew I actually grew up with Joe, right?
Really?
Yeah. Joe's from Opelika, man.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yep,
We gonna get Joe on the show between the two of y'all. Y'all should make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. I mean, I had to reach out to him. I haven't reached out to him in a very, very long time. So big shouts out to my dude, Joe Thomas. You know what I'm saying? He's been singing all of his life, like literally all of his life. And so I had to reach out to him, see if I can get him on.
Yeah.
And again, if he comes on, guess what I can't do? I can't sing.
The show can't sing.
I can't sing.
Nope. And thank you, Brother Alvin. You are our first guest to actually sing on our show.
Are you kidding?
That was our first Strick City first. So thank you. That was amazing. Yes.
Now wait a minute. Now y'all had a bunch of great vocalists. Now I had Sebastian Cole on. He didn't bust out a note.
No, he didn't.
What?
We actually did a song together. Like we wrote a part of a song, and again, we didn't do a whole song because I didn't want anybody just taking it from what we were doing on the show. But he did kind of give us. He kind of gave us 8 bars of something like rapping get. So
that's
that was
true.
Cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah.
That's a bad boy. I was like,
yeah. Big Rube was on the show. He didn't sing. He wanted me to sing. I say, Rube, I can't have you on the show, and then I sing. It just wasn't gonna work.
No,
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
Why?
so
Well, we got to just do this again. Maybe you can host a show where all of us sing.
Yes.
Get the people something tune into Strick City Live with all the singers coming together.
I
That's what's
love
up.
that
I like
idea.
that idea. And I
Yeah.
listen, if I have y'all in the room, I couldn't sing. I'm telling you, it's just so different. Like my
No,
voice is just so different from most that I would hate to take away from anybody. I
It's
just hate to do
definitely
it.
different.
It's a blessing that you are giving us the opportunity to shine.
Listen, my humility in this area, man, is just outstanding. I know it is. Hey, hold what you got, man. Let me tell y'all this. Strick City Live is here for you. And I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for coming through. Thank you, Alvin Garrett. And, man, we've had a great show today. I always tell you where I started telling you today. No, not always, but I'm telling you today, the best way to watch this show is on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/StrickCity01 and catch the show live and put it on your television. Look at me. Like, look at me. My face belongs on your television, on your TV. You can have it every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. right here on Strick City Live. God bless y'all. And, man, share this with somebody, okay? Y'all can do that. It's easy. Just say, hey, I want y'all to see what I saw on Strick City.
We live? Yeah. Strick City. Woo! Strick City. All over the world. Strick City, man, we live.